Hi guys, this is SDJR7F88 speaking with my fourth update on Compton Martin. Now, first of all, I'd like to say I hope you enjoyed my GCR videos, which was my first trip to the Great Central Railway. It was a bit of a mixed match. You know what I mean? I had the trip of down the whole line, those first two videos, and the tour of the sheds. And then obviously watching trains go by at Loughborough Central, which I kept on missing because my camera kept on running out of battery. Then I had to quickly swap the batteries over, and then another train pulled into the station, so those shots were a bit quick. But anyway, as for now, back to the update on Compton Martin, and as you can see, I have done quite a lot. Well, you probably can't really see it from there at the moment, but because nothing's really changed, there's no scenery added or anything. But oops, the tripod's falling over here. If I zoom in on that pair of points there, the tripod's decided to have an off day today. There you go. Right there. Now you probably can't really see it in this light, but I'll try shining this light on it, see if it's any better. Oops, a bit of wood there. There. I'm not sure if you can see it, but yeah, I think you can. But I've actually painted every single sleeper on the line. I've weathered them. Basically, number one classic car fan who's also building a layout let me borrow his paints, and he'll be also displaying the layout with me. If I get one of the paints he's let me borrow, it's this one here, dark brown. He got this at Swindon Railway Festival a couple of years ago now, and basically it's just a brown paint, and it's the realistic colour of a sleeper sort of thing, so yeah, to dull them and make them look more realistic, because the Hornby sleepers, which are on the points, are black, and there's sections of the track which are not very realistic. So obviously being an exhibition layout, I haven't done it on the main layout, but on this exhibition layout I decided to paint them. The Pico ones, on the other hand, were much better. They're brown, but I still painted them over anyway. With the paint, makes them look a bit less plasticky, if you know what I mean. But yeah, so that's gone pretty well this week. Another thing for this week. Sorry, I forgot to mention. When the ballast is down, he also let me borrow this. It's dirt and oil, so I have oil leaks on the track as well. And also this. Now, this here is tarmac paint. Basically, it's like a grey, but it's got, if you just hear that, there's actually ballast in there, like little tiny bits of ballast. And basically, when you paint it, it's like a really rough tarmac colour. Well, just like proper tarmac. So I plan to paint the yard here this colour. Now, last week I mentioned about the dairy sidings. Now, I did say I was going to concrete them. Well, I didn't mean concrete. I meant like tarmac over them, if you know what I mean, like a dock effect. But I got lots of positive feedback about this, and obviously you saying, "Oh, concrete's not really your right period," and I do agree with that. So what I'm going to do is I've got a little test bit of track here and a bit of wood, and I bought some Das modelling clay. And basically, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this. Because the Easter breaks, the Easter break, as some of you know, I got a bit more time 2 weeks to sort of work on the layout. So I'll hopefully get quite a bit done over the break. And one of the things I'm going to test with this old bit of track is how to get the effect on the the right effect for the yard. Now, half this board, I'm going to do a cobble effect. Maybe using a pen like Chris Navard, or I might even scribe it with a scalpel, and the other end, is going to be just tarmac, not tarmac, same clay all over, but then I'm going to paint on top of it the tarmac colour. Now, at the moment, I'm sort of swinging to the tarmac side because, well, one, it's quite a realistic looking tarmac, and two, I've been looking at sort of yards, on the Somerset Dorset and stuff, and some of them had cobbles, but some of them had tarmac, and I just thought, well, there's going to have to be a join between the tarmac and the cobbles here. because I can't use the clay and cobbles over the split in the board, because it'll make the split even larger. So I'm just going to paint that over, sort of thing. Yeah, so I'm thinking of going in the tarmac direction. But halfway through this week, hopefully, as I know many of you are off, I'm gonna do a very quick update about this bit of wood here and this bit of track, and it's gonna have the 50-50 sections on it. And you tell me what you think's best. If you think the cobbles, I'll go ahead and do the cobbles. If you think the tarmac, I'll go ahead and do the tarmac. Admittedly, the cobbles, in the long run, will look better. But it's that. Although it's sort of I wouldn't say it's a large section, but it's still quite big. To be going around with a little tiny scalpel and then like making bricks about, well, like little stones about that big each time. So yeah, it's going to be quite time consuming. And the other part of the update is I have weathered my first locomotive. Now I showed you that A4 body, Mallard body, I think it's about 2 weeks ago now. But in the end, I didn't decide to weather that one first. I'm going to weather that one next. I thought, British Railways, and it's like only British Railways to weather because got really dirty. And on the truck, I think I showed you there was a prairie body off the well, basically a prairie. I mentioned this last week, didn't I? Oh, well, here it is. And this is it. I painted it black, and this is my first weathering attempt. I used all the Humbrol powders, as I mentioned last week, or the week before. But yeah, I'm not sure if you can see it in this light. I'm looking at the back of the screen. It seems to be coming out alright. I'll zoom in a bit more there, but yeah, that's coming out sort of alright. But yeah, I've got little tones down. I mean, there's quite a nice little rusty patch there. I've got the water tank leak sort of thing down there. It didn't come out too well, that leak on the other side. It came out a bit too, paint-like. I got to put a bit more water and make that run. But yeah, the tones on there came out pretty good. I really like the cinders. If you look at the cinders, I'm not sure you can see it, but there's really like rust oxide there, sort of thing. Really rusty. Buffer beams there, and literally the one thing that made it come to life was the soot. I literally just caked the top of the engine with soot, and it came out really well, as you can see. But tell me what you think. I need your expert opinion. I know Trains and Fingers, sorry if I pronounced your name wrong, is an expert weatherer, if you could say, if that's pronounced correct, if there is such a thing. But yeah, he certainly knows quite a lot about weathering, and he's weathered quite a few locomotives using powders. So tell me what you think of this. I'm going to move on to the Mallard, the old Mallard body next, because with this I used Humbrol paint underneath, and the powders sort of like to grip to Humbrol paint easier than it does to the body. I was trying to do the streaky effect like on the Humbrol videos, but the thing is this paint's quite grippy, so it's quite hard. So I'm going to try it on the Mallard body next year, so I've got the actual feel of the plastic of the model. But anyway, yeah, it doesn't look too bad. But I'm very pleased with this, and I might go on the Hornby website and get some spare wheels, like proper Hornby wheels, and some connecting rods and the pony trucks. And then I'll make a running dummy, because I'm really pleased with this, rather than it just sitting on the back of a low loader like it's off to be restored. You put proper wheels and proper rods on it, and have it like a banking engine on the back here, so it's just like a wagon being towed along, but it'd be look like a banker. Anyway, well, you know what I mean. Anyway, put that there for the moment. But yeah, that's all for this update. Like I said, there'll be quite a few other vids to come this week. Part update on the clay, how it's coming on with that, and oh yeah, there'll be a bit of an interesting video. As you know, I'm doing a photography project, and one of my things I do for my photography is railways, and I'm going to do sort of like a abandoned theme, because I do like the theme abandoned. And basically, there's a railway not far from here, Radstock. From Radstock to Frome, and it basically, I don't see why no one's preserved it yet, but there's 5 miles, well, at least 5 miles of just abandoned track. Literally, just, all there, a single track line all the way there, and even at Radstock there's still the station platform in the undergrowth. You're thinking, why has no one preserved this? It's part of the old Great Western that sort of ran alongside the Somerset Dorset for a bit. And there's even an abandoned brake van, which you'll see in the video. I'm not sure if it'd be a picture slideshow or a video yet, but yeah, there's actually an abandoned brake van, sort of like the one. I just boxed it away, but there was a brake van behind me, an LMS brake van, Hornby one. You'll know it when hopefully you'll know it when you see the skeleton of it, but there's literally just a skeleton left of it, and it was just abandoned there on the track. It had two couplings, different couplings, a modern coupling on one end and an old coupling on the other end, as it was an adapter coach for the wagon works. And basically it was facing the wrong way when the last train sadly left the line, and it was just left in the on the line, and it got overgrown, it's been vandalised, and it's just sitting there all on its own. So if there are any people who are interested in restoring a railway, I would go and have a look. But anyway, this has been SDJR7F88 speaking, and thanks for watching.